everybody. I'm Toya Monique. I'm going to be showing you guys how to put some Genie locks over your locks. I get questions all the time because, I'll wear faux locks, I'll wear sew-ins, I'll do anything to my hair. And they go, "Oh, I heard you had locks." And I go, "I do." And they go, "I'm confused. You're wearing blah." And I says, "Well, yeah, I am." And they says, "Well, how do you get that over your dreadlocks?" And I explained to them, it's just hair. You just kind of put it on the top. A lot of people feel like when they have locks, they said, "Enjoy your journey." I mean, everyone is different. Everybody, come on, let's get out of our box. You don't have to enjoy your journey. If you're not comfortable with the in-between stage, there's nothing wrong with putting something on top. And a good friend of mine, y'all, she sits on her locks. Like they are to her thighs. She encouraged me when I first started, 2 years ago when I first started locking my hair and growing my hair out. When I began my journey, she told me, she said, put a little weight on them. She said, because it'll stimulate that growth and it'll grow a little bit faster. And so ever since then, I've just been putting things on, and I do. Whereas most African American women, we get about 4 inches a year. I tend to get about 6 inches a year, so it helps. So what I'm going to do is show you guys how simple it is to put a Genie lock. People with these Genie locks, they've been in for a little bit. I'm actually getting ready to take them down, but for the sake of this video, I took one down to re-put it back in, and I'm going to take it back down. So people will stop me and say, "I love your hair." And I go, "Thank you." And they go, "How long have you been growing your locks?" And I'll be like, and I just kind of laugh. And people have no idea that they're not real. They especially when they get a little older, people think that they're my locks. Of course, I can tell, but that's because I did them. The key is, I've seen people wear Genie locks and then where they'll braid them and they'll be super duper neat. I don't think that's the best method in my opinion. Let me just kind of show you what I do. Okay, it's just your lock and it's nothing wrong with putting anything on top. So what you would do, you would just use that as if it was loose hair. It's the same principle. So you just you're going to pull one through as you wrap it around. You guys, if you're familiar with how to do extensions, and won't be too different. And then you kind of just wrap it, and then you'll pull one, and then you'll pull the lock underneath, and then you'll pull that one underneath that one. And it's just as simple. But then here's the key, you guys. If you are used to doing your own hair, or if you're a stylist that does hair, your whole objective is to braid really, really neat. If you braid really, really neat, they won't look as natural. With Genie locks, I found the messier that I braid, the more natural that it looks, and the more I fool the masses. And I do mean the masses. People with locks, I fool them too. So let me just kind of show you how I braid. I just don't even look at it. I just braid as loose and as messy as I possibly can. Of course, I'm used to doing box braids, so of course, I know how to braid neat, but so it's kind of going against my natural inclination to braid neat. So I hope this is turning out kind of messy. And it is, sort of. I just want it to be messy, you guys. Oh, not as messy as I like it. Maybe I put too many on there. Hold on. Let me just give it just a little bit of a different, I need to watch what I'm doing here. Just go back up just a little bit so you guys can just really see. This is kind of a little bit too neat. You kind of want to just braid it loose and just kind of where it's wrapping around almost, but not so neat. Maybe I'm using too many on this one. I usually use 2 on those smaller ones in the front, but you just kind of loosely braid. Now the key is, this of course, just like with your normal hair, when you get to the tip of actually your dread, you just want to just be careful that it's not sticking out. So you want to really keep an eye out and do a good job tucking. Tuck, 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 tuck. And see, and therefore it won't be showing. And then I just kind of loosely braid down, 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 down. And then I just kind of do this kind of thing, stretch it out. It's not real bulky. And then just blend it. And I mean, like, you guys are really standing up close because I'm doing this video. Of course, I got some hair where I've been trying to take my locks down. But whatever be the case, to the naked eye, when you walk up in the street, they really do look natural. I love them because, you know, I've been doing so many different styles. You know, some updos, some whoop whoop. Hold on, let me show you what I'm working with, family. What am I doing here? See, I can do a little like this, but ooh, look at me, I'm so cute. Not really, but the point is, they're fun, and I love Genie locks because they're not as tight as when you're using like regular braiding hair. It just, you get that period to where you can't do anything, and you're just like this for a long time, and you just feel headaches. Whereas when you wear the yarn, the red heart yarn that you get from Walmart for about $2.99, something like that, $3.47. I can't remember what it costs, but it's cheap yarn, regular yarn. You just get it, braid it in loosely, take your ends. When you get to the ends, if you've noticed here, I've just kind of burned them a little bit. Be careful, you can get a little bit of discoloration. Some people tie it, but I'm not that picky. You just burn it, do a little squeezy like that, and it's done. It's easy, and it looks natural. I've had mine up, you guys, for literally 3 months plus. I think like August what, 10th or so would have been up 4 months. So, yeah. And they still look okay. Of course, you can see my little dreads is kind of in there, but I love my Genie locks, and I'll put them up again. I'm doing something different because I'm getting ready to go on vacation, so I want something different. But yeah, I love them. They're great, and I love that look, that dread look. So I love it, and I hope this was helpful. Girls, I will encourage you, if you have locks, understand that there's so many options. Especially, I would encourage for girls who have like a tendency to always have their hair up. And then when they take it down, they're constantly combing it and breaking it. I say, if you really like to change your hair up, lock it. Then still keep the same styles. At least when you take your hair down, your hair will be growing instead of being broken, because you get to keep what you grow. That's just a little bit of my opinion, my advice. Hope this was helpful. Keep watching. I got more to come. Thank you. Good night.